Let's, I guess, load this up. Get a little bit better situated and what we're gonna actually be doing. Well, all right, guys. Hey, Coco Love here, and I guess we got some big news. I guess today or yesterday or last night. I don't know exactly when it dropped, but when I woke up today, we had some information about the Dawning. That is the SRL reboot from last year, coming out this year on December 13th. And yeah, we got some information about it. As you can tell, I'm still kind of in my PJs, and I guess I had decided to do a video for you guys. So with that, we're just gonna be sitting in orbit while I talk about it for a little bit, and have my iPad here, some information that I'm gonna be sharing with you guys. So let's basically just go over it. So basically, the SRL, the Sparrow Racing League from last year, around this time, is coming back, but also permanently. So they're talking about how you are able to actually, like, I guess, do sparrow racing in private matches and stuff, which is kind of cool. You know, gives you the option if you're bored of doing raids and strikes and crucible matches, you can race your buddies, which is kind of awesome. Or you can maybe even like hold your own little racing tournaments and like post on LFG or however else you look for people. So pretty cool. You know, I'm not the biggest fan myself of the SRL, but I like the option of having it. It's like I'd rather it be there and me not use it than it not be there and me want to play it. You know what I mean? So that's kind of cool. We also have, so it says here that the Dawning event will be our first look at SRL's improvements since last year, as well as more additions to Rise of Iron, which is what I'm mostly excited for. Some of these are actually kind of cool. So there's new gear, there's new ornaments, there's quests, new consumables, like from the Festival of the Lost event we had back in October, which is kind of cool. The SRL will have 2 new tracks, and it says, and will be playable even after the event is over by way of private matches. So the event is running from December 3rd, or it's not, that's the article, sorry. The Dawning begins on December 13th, and it runs until January 3rd. So, you know, you get a good 2-3 weeks or whatever as some online racing, and then after that, you can race your buddies offline. So, pretty cool. Good job, Bungie. And so it also says that according to this, Game Informer says that the Nexus strike, the Will of Crota strike, and the Shadow Thief are being updated, and that Zavala, good old Titan Vanguard buddy that we all know and love, the bald man, will offer strike bounties, which I think is pretty cool. Now, whether if it's maybe it accesses the strike loot, like the Hood of Malak or Grasp of Malak, and all that stuff, maybe you can do bounties and it goes into that loot table, or if there's a whole new loot table. As you guys, if you saw the trailer for it, which I'll probably leave a link after down in the description for this, but I'm assuming most of you guys have watched it. That new armor that they kind of showcase on each character, maybe that's from strike bounties, which I think would be pretty cool. You know, I always like kind of like doing something to get something exclusive for that. So like strike exclusive armors and weapons would be kind of cool, even if it's like from the bounties themselves or from the end game loot chest or the end strike loot chest, like for that you use skeleton keys for. So, you know, pretty cool. As well as something called strike scoring, which is kind of cool. Makes the strikes maybe a bit more competitive. You know, you can go in with like 2 of your buddies and try and see who does the best in the strike, most kills, most whatever, higher score. So it says here, strike scoring is enabled when you play the Siva Crisis playlist, Heroic Siva Crisis playlist, and the weekly Nightfall. While many of the strikes you'll be playing will be familiar, Bungie is also revising and releasing 3 old favorite strikes, now with a Siva theme. The Nexus, Will of Crota, and the Shadow Thief are all getting reprised treatment. So stay tuned for that. I really want to know what they will end up doing with that, because, I mean, come on. Like, I was actually even thinking to myself, maybe I brought it up to a couple of my buddies, that I do want the Nexus strike to come back. I do like that strike from year 1. It's on Venus, and you kind of just would go through and you jump down on top of this giant, what are those things called, the Hydras, and it was a pretty cool fight. You could stay up top and snipe, or you can jump down and hide behind pillars. It's pretty cool. Actually, I believe it's on my good friend Danny T's channel. If you go check that out and go way back, we actually have a video where I think He Fist of Havoc, and I Nova Bomb from the top, and we kind of went down on it. Pretty cool. Uh, Something to do. So, as well as, I guess, moving on with this, we have new ornaments for some of our weapons. Now, a lot of these were kind of announced for Festival of the Lost, but didn't come out for Festival of the Lost. Like the Red Death, we saw that. With the White Witch and whatever the other one's called. It's called the Steel Witch. So you guys were able to see that, and there was the Thorn ones and all that. So turns out there is a Last Word ornament coming out. We have Addendum, however you want to pronounce that. And go and eat. This one just doesn't have a name, but kind of looks cool. It's kind of gray with like some paint splotches, and it's green. Kind of cool. I'll if you guys follow me on Twitter, I posted a link to the actual article I'm reading, so check that out if you actually want to see, because since I'm doing this live, I don't think I could really. You can actually kind of that way. So that's one of the Last Word ones. Kind of looks pretty cool. Moving on, and that is the other one. So not really the greatest ones, but still, this is the one I'm really looking forward to. If you guys saw the White Witch for the Red Death, pretty cool. White and blood on it, so badass. But there is a year one fan favorite gun coming back in the Icebreaker, which is really cool. Hopefully, obviously, I don't think it's going to be the same because they kind of nerfed Gallowhorn a little bit coming up for year one. So Icebreaker, I think, is also going to get a bit of a nerf. It's probably going to be a slower recharge rate for it because it was basically infinite ammo. But it has two camos. One is actual camo. The other one's white, which you see in the trailer, which looks pretty cool. Looks like seashells or something on the barrel. As well as Black Spindle, which, you guys need to... I don't know if you can really see it too well in the picture. Again, go to my Twitter, and it's one of my recent tweets. But that top Black Spindle has like a Taken look, kind of like that shotgun from, whatchamacallit, that strike. God damn it, what is it called? Stolen Will, the Stolen Will shotgun. So cool new ornaments that we're getting in Rise of Iron, or for the Dawning, I guess, festival thing, whatever you want to call it. New exotic quests are also being introduced for the Solar Lord and the Void Lord. Now these were actually shown in the trailer for the Taken King last year, but I guess no one really put it together that's what they were, and then they were in the database, and everyone's like, what are these? So I guess these are coming out next week, or in 10 days time, or whatever day it is. What day is it today? I don't even know. Anyway, whenever the Dawning comes out in how many days, on the 13th, we'll be getting a Solar Lord and a Void Lord, which are basically just the Thunder Lord with the other burns. Pretty cool. They look kind of cool. I don't know where exactly I saw them. I'm sure you guys can just search it on Google or something and someone's showing it. Fortunately, this site's not really showing it. And also that the Icebreaker can drop when completing Zavala's new Nightfall bounty. That's what I'm looking forward to. So I guess it's like a bounty reward, kind of like how if you do the weekly Crucible and stuff like that. I don't know. I guess we'll have to exactly see how that's going to work out. But and there's going to be, I think they said 11 new Sparrows for SRL, which is pretty cool. I think we have this red and black one, which is pretty cool. And the other one that they are showing from this is kind of like an orange one that looks like it's on fire at the end there. If you can kind of see it, the glare is not too bad. But yeah, no. Kind of looks like the Dawning is actually going to be pretty cool. I do really like these events that they do, because they're free. And, it just adds more to the game. So, I mean, like, why wouldn't you want to have free content, right? Like, to the people who kind of complain and like, oh, SRL is boring and it doesn't really do anything. I could agree with it. Like, if it was like, oh, to take part in the SRL, like, it's like a $2 expansion or whatever. It's like, yeah, that would be stupid. Like, why would you want to do that? But it's free. Like, take 10 minutes out of your day to download the update. that's going to probably patch a few other things as well. And then, you can use your 3 of coins if you are kind of new and you didn't take part in SRL last year, or if you just didn't take part in it last year because you were like, it's stupid. You can use 3 of coins and get exotics at the end of each race. So, I mean, you could exotic farm that way. And to me, it just doesn't really take away from the game. If anything, it's adding. It's just going to add all this stuff to the game that it needs. To me, it feels like Destiny really needs to have all this optional stuff that you maybe don't want necessarily, but it's there. Like, if it's going to be something free that's just going to sit there, and if you want to do it, it's there, what problem is it then? So, I guess, yeah, that's all I got to say is I'm looking forward to it. So I guess leave a like if you yourself are excited for the Dawning coming out in the next few days. And, leave a comment on what your new favorite feature is. If it's the ornaments, the quests, the strikes coming back, SRL. If you're one of those people who did enjoy it last year, I was all right. I actually even did purchase the record book, which is probably one of the more stupidest things I've purchased, but I purchased it. So it wasn't too bad, but, yeah, so leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you are new. And, really, Danny? Yeah, I'll be on in a sec. Don't worry. Just doing this on my PlayStation for a quick sec, because it goes right to YouTube. But yeah, so like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I will see you guys most likely tomorrow. And if I don't catch you guys tomorrow, I will see you guys definitely in the Dawning. Well, I'll be live streaming a bunch of it either on here or also on my Twitch on my Xbox. So catch you guys later.